It's Friday night. I hope you feel like gossiping, 'cause I do. Meet the Duprees. They're the ones that run things behind the gates of their private community. The core four of the family are Father Vernon, his wife Anita, and their two daughters Nicole and Danny. Let's start with Nicole, or Dr. Nicole to you, whose life seems to be so perfect. She and her husband Ted, who's also a doctor, has 3 children, Martin and Catherine, and also Ted's nephew Andre, whom they've raised. Oh, but then there's Danny, who married Bill, and they had 2 daughters, Naomi and Chelsea. And after 30 years, their daughter Naomi moved her best friend Haley into the house, and she stole her man. And now they're getting married, and Danny's not happy about none of that. But how could she be? Listen, Dupree family, you've got our attention, and we're back again today to get the tea, and I'm here to pour it. Because we all want to know what happened today beyond the gates. Y'all so funny. I'm trying to get in here. I don't know how I just did that. I have no idea how I just did all the stuff I just did. I was trying to change the intro, and the next thing I knew, I had hit the start button, y'all. So please forgive me for all these mishaps. I also had thought I had picked 8:15 as a time, um even though I probably had told the mod 7:30, but for some reason 8:15 stuck in my head. So please forgive me. You know I love y'all big and strong. I do. All right. Now I don't know what played. So may I just please play um the Get In Here song just to set the mood for us to start. All right. Here y'all go. Gatekeepers, get in here. The tea was hot. Get in here. The tea was hot. Open up the gates and get in here. Gatekeepers, gatekeepers, get in here. What? Well, hopefully that song set the mood, but I love y'all big and strong. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I see y'all been cutting up down here about the fume. Y'all been cutting up about the fume. I'm going to get to that in just a minute, but welcome to the Family Feud Fish Fry night. Y'all come on in and fix your plates and don't start no fights at the Uno table tonight, okay? Y'all play nice over at the Uno table. How y'all doing this evening? Me, I'm all right, just rushing around. Oh my God. Oh my God. We got a lot on the menu tonight. So let's get to it. Have you liked the video yet? I know Belinda Hill has. If she here later, if she here now, I know Belinda Hill done led the way. So if you ain't hit the like button yet, what you waiting on? Matter of fact, let me already hit the like button. All right, well, I ain't got to fuss at myself too much then. Okay. Have you subscribed to the channel? I got something for y'all about this later. See, all this here, where I have to go through all this here, I done put this in a song for y'all, so I ain't got to tell y'all all this no more about liking the video. Did you subscribe yet? Stop doing me like Andre and make a commitment. Go on and let's go together. I'm tired. Send a super sticker. What about a super chat? Has anybody hit the cash app? Any of that. I mean, now y'all know those things are not expected. So please take this in the spirit in which I have created it, which is fun, happiness, and cheerfulness. Okay, I'm gonna play that for y'all later. I wrote a song for y'all. Okay. Let's say hello to my mods and to Tony Lynn. Let me plug up my phone because it's about to go out. Child, hold on. Everything is happening to me. Excuse me. Okay. So everything is happening to me, but say hello to my mods and to Tony Lynn for me. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. I know today is a special day. We got a whole service going on for Bubba and them, and we're going to get to it. And also, let me break out my romper room mirror and see who's down here typing in these comments amongst my superstars. Let me see who it is.
Who's that typing in the comments?
Well, let's see, because I know y'all doing roll call down here about this program tonight, right? Tony Lynn says, greetings, salutations, Mod Squad, Miss Jen. Hoping you all are having a fantastic day. So far, I'm wishing you all a sensational weekend to come. Linda says, hello, Miss B, Tony Lynn, Mod. So glad you're here. Happy Friday, y'all. Linda says, hello, gatekeepers, peepers, hedge whoppers. Hedge hoppers, bush watchers, hello to all tuning in from the trees. Drag another body over here and smash the like button on your way in. Below Dee is also in here with her wrench swinging it around. She says, hello, Tony Lynn, gatekeepers, Miss Jen and Mods. E Daddy's in the house. Hey, E Daddy. He says, hello, gatekeepers. What a week. The Richardson's kingdom is crumbling right before our eyes. I know, right? Miss Lil Harding is in the Miss Harding, Lil Harding Collins is in the house. She says, hello, Miss Jen, gatekeepers, and I thought that said mofos. I swear I thought that said mofos. KB Mommy says, hey, y'all, Miss Jen, Mod Squad, Tony Lynn, and Gatekeeper family. And hey there to those buried in the bushes, waiting in the weeds, tuning in from the trees, and even hiding in the hedges. Make sure you to smash that like button. Karen J is in the house. Hey, Karen J. And let's see who else is in here. Mr. Raven Maniac says, hello, fellow gatekeepers, Miss Jen, KB Mommy, and the Mod Squad. I'm out here trying to secure the parking lot. I'm out here trying to secure the parking lot to make sure there's no Bubba ghosts out here. I can't wait to hear E Daddy and Miss Lil commentary tonight, Bilo said. KB Mama says, okay, gatekeepers, please start. Make your way to your seats. The services will begin momentarily. Hello, everyone. We have a lot to unpack. Belinda Hill says, hello, gatekeepers, Mod Squad. And of course, I hit the like button. Didn't I tell y'all Belinda Hill was leading the way with the hitting the like button? Didn't I tell y'all that? Redhead Cat says, greeting, Miss Jen, gatekeepers, and Mods. Hey, Redhead Cat. And she says, thank you for your patience. The services will be starting soon. Linda says, sit tight, hold on, we're almost there. Real Talk says, I didn't get to write my tribute to Bubba. Okay, let's see. I made it up to the peanut gallery. I don't have any popcorn, so I just have to throw peanuts down Bubba's casket. I sent Jen an obituary. I don't know if she's going to use it. When Bubba casket wheels past me, I will sing. Y'all are so bad. Satan's defeated. Hallelujah. Okay. KB Mama says, Mr. Raven Maniac, did you leave someone from your team to secure the lot for late arrivals? But Linda said, who's doing the eulogy? Y'all are killing me. Okay, now let me see who else got something to say in here. Stephen Hoskins, did I miss him? Okay. Has everyone practiced their fake crying? Belinda Hill says, I got the dough. Hold on a second, you guys. Somebody got to interrupt me every time. Okay. Belinda Hill says, I got the door. Mr. Raven Maniac says, I just wanted to get in here, possibly hold hands with you in case I get the chance. Real Talk says, Bobby and Steven running a little bit late. Y'all so bad. A soloist will be singing when you hear of my home. Real Talk, I know you sent me a song, but I can't play that, girl. I will get a copyright strike. Okay, well, maybe E Daddy can fill in since the others are running late. The program, Belinda Hill says, let me know if anyone needs peppermint candy for fresh breath. Don't forget fans and Kleenex. I got my Prosecco ready. Family and friends. Yes, family and friends. Family, friends of the descendant in the first two rows on the left. Thank you. Miss Jen, I'm just spending time trying to sing just to be closer with you while trying to whisper sweet nothings in KB Mommy's ear. Child. Okay, 20 watching, 20 likes. Okay, that's cool. Hello to everyone tuning in. I hit the like button. Lil says, okay. Ghana Girl says, hey fam, good to be with you, beautiful people, and good for you to be here with us. Let me see what else y'all got. Tony said the two rows are looking, not Tony, Mr. Raven Maniac said the two front rows are looking a little empty. Elite CEO says, hello there, Miss Jenny Mars in chat. Hey, girl. Am I late to get a good seat? No, girl, you good. Peach Fuzz 1204, because ain't that many people showed up on. Greetings, everybody. Peach Fuzz says. And everybody's on Destiny H is in the house. Hey, Destiny. And Terry Anthony, I skipped your name. Says, hello, family. All right, I hope I got everybody in here. Somebody mentioned Anthony Hoskins, but I don't remember seeing it. But if you're in here, hey, and hey to everybody else. All right, now we done got all that together. We're going to cover our stuff about Bubba a little later. All right, y'all, let me get on to it because we got a lot to cover, right? Okay. Let me put this here because those are my questions. And let's get on up here to these pictures. Excuse me, y'all. Where's that comment so I can take it down out of the way? The picture? Okay. Redhead Cat says, condolences to the bereaved family, friends, and associates. Yes, Joey, that would be you. All right. Yeah, they're cracking me up tonight, Linda. All right. I done had me a good laugh. All right, let me get up here to these pictures. At least you trying to kick it off like that? Girl, I had a song ready for later, girl. Hold on, I got a song ready for later. But I'm gonna kick you off with the money song now. But I done wrote y'all a song for all of these types of things. It's not gonna replace the money song. Don't get it twisted. It's not gonna replace the money song. But I'm gonna hit y'all off with y'all song. Then we gonna get started. You let y'all dance at the beginning. How about that?
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me.
Thank you, Felicia EO, very much for supporting me by way of a super sticker, a super chat. Now, Belinda Hill said, I'm tipping over to the family and friends of the church finger with my church finger up with peppermint candy. You know you better put that finger up before you go across there. Belinda, hold on. I got something for y'all later, though. I wrote y'all a song to remind y'all about stuff. I can't wait to play it for y'all. So let me get on to this part so I can play it for y'all. And thank you again, Alicia. Yeah. All right, here we go. All right, to the pictures. Because it was good. I mean, this thing has just become very drama-filled, has it not? I mean, that lady down there, Michelle Van Jean, said, let me tell y'all something. Y'all heard y'all. I know y'all been talking about my story. That time about this slow. I don't understand what it's for. And she done ramped up this thing that she done put everybody in it and just bought stuff out and took a look to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. I'm like, Lord, I'm confused. This is episode 93, written by Michelle Van Jean, Robert Guza Jr., and Gregory J. Martin and Judy Tate. It's also directed by Stephen Williford. Let's get into it and see what they had for us today. Nicole wants to know if Martin really left home, and she wants answers because Smitty told her to ask him. So here she is, and Martin says, well, I was asked to leave, and I don't blame him. I don't blame anyone for that. I should have been told to go. Now, Jacob and his fine daddy are at the precinct, and Jacob wants to know about the John Doe. And Jacob daddy wants him to back down and mind his business because he asking more questions than a 4-year-old. But why? But why? But why? But why? Mama, mama. Well, you got too many questions. Far too many questions. Now, his daddy also asked him, he said, but look here, is it something you trying to say that you're not saying something? It look like you're trying to say something. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Now, Samantha wants to talk to Smitty. Did I say Samantha? Yes. So I got the wrong picture up. Where is that picture, child? Okay. So Samantha wants to talk to Smitty. And she wants to know, are you going to let Martin come home? And the answer is, I can't after all that's done happened. Not right now. Can't do it. Sorry. Now, Nicole also wants to know, let me go to this picture. Nicole also asks what he's done. I got the wrong picture up. Hold on. Okay. Nicole also asked what he's done to get him put out. Did you cheat? And he said no. But for what I've done, I shouldn't even be forgiven. It's just that bad. And she says, couple go through differences and you can get through this. Really, Nicole, is that what you had told Ted? But I digress. I don't want to get in your business, girl. So she said, couple, they have differences and you can solve what's going on. And Martin says, well, there were some considerations. And she wants to know if they thought it was, she said, did you all think that I was too delicate to know what was going on? And Martin was silent. So Nicole asked what she's not been told and why. And they felt that she needed a breather. But Vernon said they did keep something from her and that it's time for her to know what it is. And they're going to tell her. But to give her mother some grace for all that's going on, because she had done got up in her mama's face like, y'all thought I was too delicate to know what was going on up in here. He was like, well, give your mama some grace now. Give her some grace. Although, Nicole, you have been in the dark long enough, and we agree. We agree. And this wasn't a good time for her to find it out. Now, Jacob Daddy is warning him about sticking his nose in business that's not his. And while he's at it, he asked about Smitty and him being all up in Malone's business. Is he done with that? And then he had to tell Jacob, don't forget that he's the HNIC up in here. So don't lose protocol, son, because I'm the head man in charge. And this is not your case and not your problem. But he's still asking questions. And his dad told him, if you don't stop, you're going to mess around here and get hurt. Because you a popo and you ought to know that the popo don't play. You should already know that, son. Now, Samantha and Smitty are still talking and about what had been happening with Martin and the bad dreams and all. And no, you're not being told things. It's not the same as him not telling me, but you are being told a lot of things, but that's okay. But I feel this conversation he's having with Samantha is better suited for a friend or a psychiatrist, not Samantha. Some of the stuff he said in this conversation, I was like, now, Smitty, you should be talking to somebody else. Not this little girl. For which y'all gonna stop coming for this little girl talking about she looked too old to play this part. I think she's doing a good job. Let this actress act. Let her act. Let her do her thing now. Anyway, Nicole just cannot believe Martin got kicked out of his own house. Girl, you mean like Ted got kicked out of his own house? Why you shocked that Martin got kicked out of his own house when Ted got kicked out of his own house, girl? I mean, make it make sense, girl. People be getting kicked out. Nicole, you know that. But he wants to go out and eat. And he's like, I just can't talk about it right now. I need to just go and I need to go out and get some air and get some sleep. Get something to eat. I'm just hungry. I'm emotionally spent. And Anita said that she will talk to Nicole. And she's like, you going to be okay? And he said, I don't know, but Gran will walk you through it. She'll walk you through it all. And we will talk later. And she said, okay. Now, in a black house, black mama, you going to tell her right now, you ain't going to get nothing to eat. We can go, but you're going to talk in the car on the way over there. And definitely when we get to that country club. But you ain't about to shut me down and tell me about somebody else about to tell me. Now you going to tell me what it is at the black mama house. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, this rich people house, so they do things different over here, I guess. Now, when they were left to talk about it, she said, let me find a space, y'all. She tells her to she says, don't let your mind get messed up with the situation that you got going on with Ted right now. Don't do that now. Don't do that. I'm going to tell you what's going on. And Nicole said, I can handle it, whatever it is. I'm just tired of being left out of the loop. So what's going on? Because this is insulting and demeaning. and tell, so what's up? What's going on, Mom? What's happening? Talk. What's going on? Now, at the country club, Martin and Vernon started talking, and his biggest regret is not telling Smitty. And Vernon said, even if you had, you might be in the same situation, but without a job at a community which needs you. Samantha is standing in the gap for Martin and pleads with Smitty to promise to keep trying. And Smitty says, okay, I'll try. I'm going to try, but I ain't going to. Okay. All right. I don't know. Okay. But that's what he said. Jacob was on the phone at the precinct with his fine daddy standing in the background looking at him on the phone, talking about security footage from a back door somewhere. And his daddy just watching him, and he approaches him. He tells Jacob, he said, you know, Jacob, you a good cop. You smart, you thorough, you stubborn. And I'd like to think that Marcel has something to do with teaching you some of that. And Jacob was like, he ain't the role model you think he is. And then they get interrupted by a young man. You know, we like to show our extras. So they got interrupted by a young officer that some footage was ready. And he's like, and, you know, I just want to let you know it's ready. And so he was like, okay, good. And so here comes Jacob with the questions. What the footage of? And Martin said from the press conference, Jacob, you all in everybody's business. And Elon told him, he says, probably a lot of nothing. You know how these politicians are. Just like to make a lot of noise and blah, blah, blah. Martin feels adrift without his family, and Vernon offers advice that he needs to believe that something bigger than this is going to happen in his present circumstances, and to remember you guys are still a team, but feelings are just feelings, and you have to deal with the reality of things, that your relationship itself is solid, the life you built, the sacrifices you made for each other. You wouldn't be so worried if your love wasn't strong enough to carry you through that. But Martin saw how Smitty looked at him, and he saw the end, he said. That's all I could see, is that this is over. And it wasn't about the murder. It was about the lies that I told. And I don't see a way back for us from this. I mean, it was big that you had told us, you know, that story. I mean, it was. You did tell quite out the whopper. Smitty gets a visit from Jacob, the old Matlock, and wants to know why Smitty didn't rat Martin out about the press conference that ended abruptly. Before explaining about it, the whole press, I mean, I'm trying to figure this out, Deputy Dog. The whole press world was there in y'all area. Bubba got a ping about it. Your pinger not working, sir? Your pinger don't work? Because Bubba got pinged. And you the popo, so I know your pinger works, sir. Jacob want to know why Smitty left that out. Why you leave that out, though? Jacob need that song, asking all them questions. Asking all them questions. Asking all them questions. Why you sounding assume? That's Jacob. Anita is giving Nicole a speech about the near perfect life, perhaps, that, you know, she's been too sheltered. And Nicole tells her to get to it. You know, you stalling. And Anita said, well, prepare yourself, because what I'm about to tell you will demand not only your attention, but your willingness to confront the aftermath and all of its ugliness. And Nicole realized that this is no longer about Martin and marital problems. And Anita begins to recount that fateful night to her. She begins to recount the night with Nicole and how Martin and Vernon were attacked, and Martin ended up fighting this racist man that was taunting them, and that they didn't care about no congressional plates that was on the car, only the fact that they were Black and they were in a spot that they were unwanted in, that was secluded in the middle of nowhere. They wanted to rob them, but first wanted to make them pay, calling them spooks and boy. And Martin just wanted to get them home safely. So when they pulled at Vernon's pocket and then punched Vernon, Martin didn't stand by and just let them attack Vernon like that. So Martin hit the man with a tire iron, she said. And after the man pulled out a pow, you know, all bets was off. And then, you know, Martin, you know, did what he did. And then the man wasn't breathing no more forever. And then the other man, he hit him in the face so many times that his face was disfigured. And then Ted, she was like, Ted. She was like, yeah, girl, Ted. Ted was called to fix his face. She was like, now, say what now? Ted, baby, this was the Ted, this child. And then, she just seen you at the thing with Leslie today too, child. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. Teddy. As Leslie would say, Teddy. This ain't good, Teddy. But anyway, Ted fixed the man's face, right? And she says, but he showed up to the country club, after all this went down, this man then showed up to the country club and he was making threats. And then he had connected with Tyrell and Samantha. And then he was demanding more money. And Nicole recounts the events herself. And she's like, so Ted did a surgery and I didn't know. After all she said, that's the part you grabbing out of there. She's like, Ted did a surgery and I ain't know. Martin unalived the man, and I never knew. How could you keep this from me? I'm not just anyone, I'm his mother. And did any of you think that I could have helped him cope? Did you? Did y'all think about any of that? I could have helped him cope with some of the strain he was up under. Oh, baby, Nicole had stood up and was yelling and was crying. And she said, I wasn't allowed to help my own son because you and daddy decided to play God. And Anita started to say, I understand the world. She said, you have to understand. I understand that the world we live in, and no matter how much progress we've made, a Black man defending himself against a racist attack will no doubt end that person out, up in the system. And no, I'm not going to apologize for that moment of protecting Martin. I signed on to keep it quiet for the same reason. And Nicole said, look how it turned out, though. My son, plagued by nightmares, stalked, and who knows the psychological damage he's suffering. Oh, my. She was upset, and I don't blame her. But Jacob is on my nerves over here, putting a hard press on Smitty because, he the one that brought all this mess up. I mean, it's true. I mean, okay, Smitty did be the one who had brought it all up in the first place. That ain't no lie. No lies detected. But he don't want to talk about it no more, Jacob. He's like, but you the one brought it out in the first place. And now you want to be quiet? And then Samantha had her little self on the staircase and she done heard the rest of it. Where he was like, Martin is a part of a payoff. The bank accounts. My partner Malone. And she was like, what? She was on standing that staircase. She was like, what? I know you lying. What Daddy did? What? Girl, you done messed around and found out that you didn't want to know what you thought you wanted to know. And I hope you don't run up there and tell Tyrell because he can't hold water. And all we need is for him to reconnect with that little girl he was liking before and tell her about it. All I see is trouble on the horizon. Trouble on the horizon. Now, Nicole can't believe Martin has blood on his hands. And Ted reconstructed the man's whole disfigured face. Nicole said, all y'all are just unbelievable. And Anita said, yes, we went to extreme measures to protect the family. And maybe should have called the police. That maybe that's what we should have just done. Y'all did call the police. Y'all called Jacob daddy, didn't you? Okay, he the popo. Malone, the popo, you did call him. Did you tell her? Did you tell Nicole y'all they called the popo? Did you tell her, girl? Did you tell her that part? But anyway. Okay, hold on. Okay. She says, but girl, wait. Okay, Nicole said, all these noble justifications for all this lying and cover up, you sound like a crime syndicate of mobsters. You put my son through heck and high water so we almighty Duprees could save face? That's not noble, it's disgusting. Girl, I know you get to use disgusting to your own Black mama face, girl. Because I know my face would have been on the floor. I don't care what my mama had did, right or wrong, child. I'd have been picking my face up off that floor. But again, y'all rich, y'all move different. I don't know. Vernon tells Martin he's got a strong marriage with a very ethical, committed, loyal person. You just have to find the fight. You have to find the fight. Vernon tells him, this too shall pass and you and your family will be okay. You don't know that, Vernon. Baby Nicole had picked up her purse and was standing almost chest to chest with her mama, and Anita said, so things are difficult. That's what you say? Wait a minute. And Anita said, some things are difficult. And she says, that's what you say? And Nicole says, difficult? Finding out my husband cheated on me with a child and got a child? Yeah, that's difficulty. But this, I don't even know what this is. Anita said, let me make sure I don't need to change words. Okay, Anita says, I know you're angry. Maybe Vernon and I deserve your contempt for the decisions that we made that night. I have to pay for those decisions, but you're wrong if you think we give a care about how it made us look. It was about protecting Martin and nothing else. And Nicole said, I'm sure that's what you tell yourself so you could sleep at night. And she gave her mama a cold stare and leaves. Nicole tired of y'all, all of y'all. But this is the straw that done broke Nicole's back, and she done had enough, and she slammed that door on the way out. And again, I would like to say, in a black mama house, you are really taking your life into your own hands, slamming anything. You don't be slamming stuff down at a black mama house. You don't do that. You don't breathe too heavy. You don't look at nobody funny. You don't pick up nothing and slam it down too hard, child. You don't roll your eyes. You don't look exasperated. You don't slam no dope. But then again, like I said, we're in the rich neighborhoods. Maybe they move different now. All right. Now, Vernon, let me make sure I ain't skip nothing. Okay. Now, Vernon tells him, okay, now I said that, right? He'll be okay. Nicole picks up a person. Okay, yeah, I had an insert. So I forgot I got to turn the page. All right. All right. Hey, Lynn. Okay, so Smitty done told Jacob to all but get up out of his house, which you did tell him, you can go, you can get to stepping. But Jacob is on this, he's on this thing like a pit bull on a pork chop. He will not let up. Now, he done said at first that he wouldn't do nothing to harm his family if they was up in it. But after Smitty ain't give up no info on Martin, he gonna turn around and say, well, I'm sorry. Whatever may happen with your family, I'm sorry. Oh, now that Smitty ain't telling you everything, now you saying you got to tell everything. You ain't sorry. You forever arresting friends and family, Jacob, like it's a discount code you passing out for friends and family or something, down to the jailhouse. I don't want you on my team. Well, after he leaves, Smitty is looking at pictures and reminiscing back to better times before the kids and the highs and the lows that they've had. And it's just a bit much. This is a very handsome picture of Martin, too, by the way. He's a very handsome guy. We got to give him that. But Samantha done ran her little self up to Tyrell's room and tell him that, and then I heard, and I think you're right. That had been he mixed up with some stuff I'm about to tell you. God knew you couldn't hold water either. Neither one of y'all. Martin is back at Anita's and has she sent his things up to the garden wing. Okay. Do y'all got a garden wing? Because the garden wing, send the things up to the garden wing. Would you? Yes. Take it up there. Constable. Okay, send it up to the garden wing. No. I didn't say other to the east wing. I said the garden wing. Thank you. Okay, take his bags up there. So she sent the things up to the garden wing, and also has had the rooms prepared for the kids for whenever they should stop by to visit while Martin is there. And Martin thanks her for everything. He says, not just for staying with you, I thank you for everything. And then he goes upstairs. So when he goes upstairs, her and Vernon start talking. And she says, are we horrible people, Vernon? And she says, Nicole says that we were protecting ourselves with no regard for her son. And Vernon says, we know that's not true. And Anita wonders if how their children really do see them. Martin says, he says, we protected our grandson in a way that we saw feasible at the time. And Martin is exhausted, he's haunted, he's hurting, he's ashamed. And we got to hold this family together until it heals. And Anita asks, what about Bubba? Vernon says, God have mercy on his soul and on mine. Now, this episode was heavy. I ain't got to tell you. It was. It was a. It was a. But you know them clips was given. Y'all know them clips was given. Y'all know them clips was given, right? So my questions is about the clips. It was about the clips, child. Let me pull up these question quick clips that they show. Nicole confronts Ted, no doubt about Martin's that surgery he did for that guy. But girl, are you gonna ask him if Leslie been over to the hotel like she said she had while you up in there? We hope so. And Martin is worried about losing his family for good. Did he get served some divorce papers already? Huh? And Eva, girl, is this a daydream? Or are you and Tomas really right up in the middle of orphagene doing what you're doing, girl? Because I could not believe it. And Naomi, has Jacob finally gone too far, girl, and chosen job over family one too many times? Because I know you over here. It's the clip said you over to your grandparents talking about this ain't gonna stay covered for long. Now what Jacob done now? And B, what have you done that's got Nicole over here talking about she the fixer now? You no longer the fixer. What's done happened that she's the fixer now, and now she want to be a smooth criminal? Y'all know we gotta wait till next week to find out, because I don't know. I just asked the questions. I don't know. I do not know. But we'll be back here to see what's going on beyond the gates. All right, y'all. We're gonna get started with our second half of the program, which is our memorial service for Bubba. I hope everybody has taken their seats and prepared yourselves to say your words, type your words down there at the bottom for Bubba and everything. Let me pull up this graphic to open up our Friday section. The lines are now open, and you know you want to gossip, so
share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Hey,
come on up here. You know you want to gossip.
That's why you my best friend.
Before I drop the link, dearly beloved, we are gathered here to talk about this scoundrel right here and whether or not if Bubba deserved what he got. Did Bubba deserve what he got? What y'all think? Did Bubba deserve all this? Let me get this link ready to drop. Did Bubba deserve the untimely demise the way that he got it? What y'all think? Or who got some words they want to say about Bubba? We're going to do that from here, and then I'll bring you. The link is dropped, but we're going to talk about Bubba from here. So let me see. She said, Peach Fuzz says, sniff, sniff. Let's see. Did Bubba deserve to go the way he did, you guys? Real Talk said, who going first? Whoever type it down there first, I'm going to read it. Did y'all think he deserved what he got or not? Y'all ain't got nothing to say about Bubba? Thank you about that song, Lulu. That is the theme song to my talk show, So What You Think, which is what this channel is named for. And some of those episodes are here on down in the videos as well. Talk show is called So What You Thinking. So what you thinking? What you thinking? What's on your mind? Y'all ain't got nothing to say about Bubba? Nothing for Bubba? Linda, I see you back there. All right, listen. Y'all ain't talking about Bubba. Bubba asked for it because he thought he was untouchable, Belinda Hill said. Real Talk says we're thinking. The Real Talk, you the one want to have it. Lil Harlan, I see you backstage. Jacob is peace out, Bubba gone. Gonna have his daddy and his partner Joy and the whole Dupree family locked up. Lulu said he asked for it. He asked for it and did. I know we ain't like Bubba. But seeing him and his brother together, they was two of a kind. But they should have just, I don't know. That situation is a whole lot. I just don't know what to say about that. But anyway, I ain't about to waste too much more time on Bubba. All right, y'all. So before we open up, I wrote a song. Oh, wait. Let me see. Somebody else wrote something right quick before I do that. The only Bubba I claim is Bubba from Forrest Gump. Here lies the crusty, dusty body of Bubba. May you rot in the hot place. Yes, he asked for it. He decided to take initial payment, but he came back in town for more. Sorry, Bobo. Bubba was too much. Yeah, I can't disagree with y'all. All right, let me take this picture down. Wait, where's that picture at? Let me take this picture down right quick. Because I got a song to preview for y'all. This does not take the place of the money song, but this song is to explain, is to say all the stuff that I used to say about hitting the like button and subscribing. And Real Talk says Bubba from Forrest was a real one. Okay. Is to take the place of me having to tell y'all to subscribe and do a super chat and all that. I'm nervous though, but you ain't got to say you like it if you don't like it. But y'all want to hear it? Do y'all want to hear the song? Do y'all want to hear the song that I wrote? Y'all want to hear the song? Are y'all ready for the song? Are you ready for the song? Are you ready for the song? Bubba, you lived. You were disrespectful. You met your demise. Rot in hell. Yes, I want to hear it. All right, y'all. Here it is. Here it is.
The super stickers, they work the very same way. It shows everybody you send some love my way. But if you really want to send it straight to me, then hit the flash.
Thank ya. So I decided I would write that so that I don't have to keep on saying it And you can enjoy it while I say it, while I say those things about hitting the like button and all of that. Okay. All right. All right then. I love y'all real big. I do. All right, let me see what's happening down here in these chats before I bring y'all. Oh wait. Um Leo, welcome to the stage. Linda, welcome to the stage. All right. Bubba, you should have remained. You didn't have to come back. We gave you a new face and money, and you wanted more. Uh, We's gathered here today to proclaim these deserved departures of an unsaintly soul, but we don't want no more trouble for the brother Bubbas from the brothers Bubba. Although it looks like we better stay woke. Yeah, I'm wondering if they're gonna come back too. Okay. Oh yeah, Miss Jen, you rocked it out. Thank you. I'm glad y'all liked it. Oh wow, love it. Love your voice. Child, my voice was whacked up. I just sang that song so many times in the middle of the night. I was like, I'm not doing it no more. You better come through, Miss Jen. Oh, Miss Jen, that was cute. Thank you, Destiny. That was a very nice song, Miss Jen. Thank you, Mr. Raven Maniac. Thank you. Thank you. Bilo Didi says, love it. Mr. Ravaniac says, excellent. Terry Anthony says he love it. Y'all just bumping in my head. Red Cat said, bravo. Linda says, we liked it. Love it. You have a great voice. Thank you, Lulu. And Elise CEO said, not only did she like it, she want to hear the other song too, child. So here it is.
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me.
Okay, y'all. So the way it will work is that within the video was all of the people who have gave a super sticker or a super chat or sent something to the Cash App. And every week on Friday, I'm going to change it out and have the names of the people that gave that from the week. You understand what I'm saying? So every week I'm going to update it so that your name goes there. Wait a minute. Lulu said, let me get some of that too. Hold on. Lulu said, let me get some of that too. Child, you more than welcome to get your song. Here you go.
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me.
Thank you, Lulu. Lulu said, y'all ain't about to leave me out the thing, okay? And I appreciate you. Below Didi says, raise your hand if you've hit the like button. Belinda Hill is over there dancing. Mr. Raven Maniacs, I think that's clapping. Okay. And Linda says, thank you, Lulu. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all big time. You'll never know. You never know. All right, let me add E-Daddy to the stage as well. Welcome to the stage. And okay, y'all, how y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight?
Okay.
Everybody's doing good?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let me drop this link one more time for anybody else that may want to come up. I think I have up to 8 seats or something like that. So if more of you want to come up, don't be shy. Oh, wait a minute. I think I did. Don't be shy. If y'all want to come up, you can. You absolutely can. All right. You're welcome, Lulu. Yes, no, thank you. Okay. So Lulu, yours and what is it? Elite CEO will be in the video for next Friday when we put it up. And hold on, get a message. Let's see. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay. Hold on 1 second. I don't understand what's going on. It's showing me a message. I don't know how to get rid of what's on my screen. Hold on. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, now I see. I had to scroll up. Okay. Okay. KB Mommy says, wait a minute. I'm gonna get a song too. We got one more. Hey, you do the thing, you get the song. You get the song, you do the thing, you get that song.
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me.
Thank you so much, KB Mommy. And also, I hope I had mentioned sometime this week that Rena had also sent a something to the Cash App as well, but she did it after hours when she was watching the video, and I appreciate you for doing that. I really do. All right, let's get down here and see what y'all thought about this week's show. Okay, so let me see where I want to start because I wrote some stuff down for y'all. Okay, so here's the first thing I want to know: is Vernon innocent in the crime that happened this week?
I don't think he is.
Why not?
I think that Vernon set a lot of the events in motion,
Okay.
so he bears the brunt of the guilt.
Oh, KB Mama said she wanted the other money song. Hold on one second. Which song did you want? The new one? I mean, the one I just played tonight? If you do, I'm gonna play it. I'll play it in a little while. Let me know, KB Mama. Okay, go ahead, Linda. I'm sorry.
Give the people what they want. Vernon set everything in motion, so he bears just as much guilt, if not more, than those who actually carried out the deed.
Mm-hmm. What you think, Leo? Is Vernon guilty?
Yes, I think Vernon is guilty, and I think Vernon is playing a game. Even though he told Bill, do not resort to violence, but I really believe that Vernon wanted this to just take place whatever way it had to, so we get his grandson free. But then he wanted to be able to stand back and have his hands clean.
Mm-hmm. And what you think, Daddy? Is Vernon guilty of a crime?
Sadly, yes, but I don't blame him for not calling the police in that in where they were, because the police would have just favored those two dudes.
Mm. Mm. Yeah.
But his execution was very poor, especially when Anita was gone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that you can do something and have good intentions, but
Yeah,
it was so much here that Vernon put into motion. But I'm not understanding why he pretending like his hands are clean. Because you call those people, and I mean, Joey got called, and Elon got called, and Sale got called, and mm-mm.
And who would call Joey? When you get to the point where you ready to call Joey, then you're getting ready to sleep with the dogs and get fleas.
I
Right.
agree.
All right. So, all right. So, let me see what I'm gonna ask you all because I think I smell gas. I just want to go make sure I'm not. Okay. So let me leave you with this question while I go check. Um, when it comes down to Martin, Vernon, Elon, Malone, Joey, Ted, Bill, who's guilty of what amongst these folks? I'll be back.
that's a
Y'all go
good.
ahead and talk, but I'll be back.
Oh, okay, that's a good question.
Well, I think
Vernon was the
Ted is
architect.
guilty of two things. So we know in May that Ted was guilty of sleeping with Leslie, but I think Ted was guilty about the surgery and not telling Nicole.
Yeah. Ronnie D says that Vernon likes to delegate and then micromanage the results.
And Ted, how do you do reconstruction surgery on someone who is a victim of a crime and was also a perpetrator of a crime, you don't notify the police, and you keep that secret, there's always going to be something they can hold over your head. Now, your wife was already, before Leslie choked, before she choked Leslie, she was considering having coffee with you. But now you just messed yourself totally up when she finds out that you have been playing with the fishes like Joey. That is just not good at all.
I
And then,
think I think it's game over for Ted. I think it's game over for Ted 100% now. I don't. It's going to be a very slim chance now that he's going to get back with Nicole because as these truths are getting uncovered, all roads lead to Ted.
Already
Now,
seen it.
Bill is guilty of coming in trying to make things go away. I don't know what Elon, and because the crime had already been committed when they got Elon and his partner out there. I'm not sure what part they played.
Hmm. So is Bill the monster that they making him out to be, or was he carrying out what he felt he was being told to do? Did he act
I
on his own or what?
I don't think Bill is a monster they're making him out to be. I think Bill is a convenient monster that you can always use because he's seen as heartless, cold, and no soul. And so you can use him. But I believe that Bill is being used. And you'll see some people have so-called friends, and they're the goody two shoes, but they'll let the boisterous and aggressive friend do all of the talking and tell people off because you feel like you can get your problem solved through her. So no, I don't think Bill is cold, but Bill is Bill. Yeah, he's cold, he's to the point, but I think Bill is conveniently being used to a certain extent.
Hmm.
yeah, I agree with
Bill, Elite CEO says that your voice is very soothing.
Oh, thank you.
Linda, what were you about to say?
No, I was just telling Lil that I agree with what she was saying. But I think Bill also has his own agenda.
Hmm. You heard him drop that nugget though about his dad. Like we're learning a little bit about
Yeah,
his
yeah,
background. His father is probably a really rough guy. Ooh, I wonder if
yeah.
this means that they're gonna bring his daddy on. They ain't mentioned him for that.
But obviously, something was wrong, amiss about his father when he took on Daddy Vernon. And before he and Danny broke up, he looked up to Daddy Vernon as a second daddy.
Mm.
Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, and I think Vernon looked at him as a son because, as I said this week, Vernon ain't got no son. So
That's right.
I think that Bill was like his special son-in-law.
And he was very important to Martin. Martin called him Uncle Bill.
Hmm. Real Talk says Timon Kyle Durkett told us that this, but no one wanted to listen. Told us what? Okay, Alicia EO says, now Real Talk, please let's not try to portray Bill as more innocent than he is guilty, sweetie. Yeah, Bill is guilty now. Because,
mhm, he is.
I don't want to please nobody that hard.
Yeah,
I wanna
Bill's
please
very
nobody.
guilty.
Okay, so um when Martin's whole secret came out, what shocked you the most, or what surprised you the most when this story unrolled?
Say
Or
that
were
again.
you surprised by anything?
I'll start. What surprised me the most was Nicole's behavior. The
Hmm.
way she lashed out at her mom. I didn't see that coming at all.
Hmm. Okay, you didn't see Nicole snapping out.
Nicole is just angry. She's angry at the world right now.
Hmm.
So everybody might get some smoke.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. All right.
But Bill also showed that he has a heart because if you really are not able to feel, why would you need liquor to soothe yourself and to say, Brenna spoke to you in a way that was disrespectful and demeaning.
Yeah, Bill does have a heart. Now, y'all know I like Bill and everything, but I
Yeah.
don't know, Bill. I don't know. I have to sleep with one eye closed when you around. One eye open. I mean, I just, KB Mommy says Bill has his own hidden agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
It did.
Mm. I wouldn't call Bill a monster. That's too harsh. But he will bend the law when convenient.
Yes, yes.
Oh Lord, I heard that. Alicia EO, did you want to come up and talk tonight? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. All right. So now let's get to this right here. Now, is Bill dangerous?
Yes,
He's
You think
very
he is
dangerous.
I think he is.
dangerous? How? Just to anybody or just those that cross him?
Those that cross him.
Is Haley safe over there?
Yeah, yes, she said. And she's so out of it. She's so delusional. She doesn't know which end is up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as long as she's on his good side, she's safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Miss Lil, your voice is a lot like Maya Angelou's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, thank you.
And I used to love to hear her talk about anything.
She could read the phone book, and I would be over the moon about it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. So y'all do think Bill is dangerous?
Mm-hmm.
If he's crossed the wrong way, and
Mm.
I don't know that he would either take someone out, but I think he has connections that would do his job. Because remember when it came down to Bubba, he actually did not take Bubba out. He told Bubba, "This is where I stop. I fix
Mm-hmm.
things." So
Right.
he gave Bubba the money, but he left it so Randy could come in and finish the job for Joey. And how did the money belong to Joey anyway? Papa Vernon put the money up.
Mm. Mm-mm. Mm. Mm-mm. Okay, so who's more dangerous, right? Leslie or Vernon?
I'm
It's
still
hard
gonna have
to
to say
tell
Leslie.
because Vernon is slow. He's quiet. He's contained. He's controlled, and he's smart enough not to poke the bear like Leslie. So he might be way more controlling and way more dangerous than Leslie.
Quiet ones are the ones you have to watch, Miss Lil.
Okay,
Yes.
so E Daddy says Bill. You say Les. No, no, you said Leslie, right? E Daddy.
Yes.
Lil says Bill. Linda, you say who?
Vernon is more dangerous than Leslie.
Okay, I'm sorry, Vernon. Yeah. Okay, so who's
Preach.
more dangerous, Vernon or Bill?
Now that's a good question because what happens is that Vernon sets things in motion, but Bill is the errand boy that carries things out.
Mm-hmm.
So Vernon might be more dangerous because if he can get things set in motion, he's going to set them in motion so his hands are always clean.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And like Redhead Cat just said, Vernon because he has power and he's cunning.
That
Mhm,
part.
He know how to get people to do what he want them to do.
mhm.
And
Now
look,
I'm not telling you to go over there and choke nobody, but what I'm saying is they neck look like it need some hands on it. He slipped. He slipped. Okay. Now what about Dr. Nicole and her mother's conversation?
Nicole,
What y'all think about that?
crossed the line. I mean, I understand why she was upset, but I don't think she should have talked to her mother the way she did.
You don't think so?
Nope.
I think Nicole's anger is really, really, really valid because when you stop and you think about it, all of these secrets that's been kept from her. Her son murdered someone, nobody bothered to tell her. He was having night terrors, and she's trying to get help for him to go to a therapist to unlock what was going on in his head. But Daddy Vernon did not want him to go to the therapist, and then it got so bad till even Daddy Vernon said maybe he should go to the therapist. So all this time they're playing with her like she's fragile. She can't handle anything. And then, well, I can't put Ted on her because I don't think anybody knew anything about what Ted was doing unless it was Bill. And Bill probably learned about it in the aftermath. So we can't put that on her. But she's had so many things held back. Then she found out that her sister was sleeping with her nephew. Now, even though her nephew is a grown, consenting man, but being who Nicole is, to her that is very distasteful, and she would expect more out of her sister. So it's almost like she has been the one who they have to always protect. And as she pointed out, she has a degree. She helps people fix their lives, but they're hiding things from her like she'll fall apart.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
E Daddy, what you think about that conversation they had?
I didn't see it coming at all. I never thought I would see the day where Nicole would lash at her own mom. It's just unbelievable. It
But
shook me to the core.
justified.
Nicole is an entirely new character now.
Okay. Okay. But do you think she has a right to feel the way that she, even though you may not like? I mean, I don't know how she could have said it no nicer. I mean, this is a lot to have poured on her. You know, your son committed murder. We hid it. Ted did a surgery, and they still ain't told all of it.
No, he didn't.
She still don't know the details.
And you know, that is awfully strange. When you go to have plastic surgery, my understanding is that you take a before and after. So why did not Dr. Ted give Vernon an after picture? Because Vernon thought Bubba was still overseas because he didn't recognize him until he started talking about what color is your money.
Want to leave a paper trail, digital trail. And you're right, they do. They do before and after, and they also make do diagrams on the body part that's being altered before they actually do any surgical action on it.
Of course, he was so scarred, he was so messed up. His face was just beating like beef. So maybe they didn't have many options of the other things you're talking about. But at least they should have what he looked like. But they wouldn't have known what he looked like because when Ted got him, he was unrecognizable. So maybe that's why he didn't do a before and after. Because only Martin and Daddy Vernon actually knew what Bubba looked like.
Right.
Oh yeah.
By the time Ted got him, he was unrecognizable. So Ted actually created a face for him. Instead of reconstruction, he created a face for him.
Right, right. And Martin was none the wiser because he had been left out of the conversation altogether.
That port. As what's his name said, that port. Okay. So now, who are the Duprees to you now?
Well, they have problems just like everyone else, and they will cover to keep their business undercover. They don't want to be known to the public for what they're actually doing. But the Duprees are not perfect. They're far from being perfect. They're a human family like the other people, and they have scandals in their family just like other people.
And the famous words of Richard Pryor, more money, more problems.
Yep, just like the other soap operas, you can just pay your way out in most things. And that's exactly what Vernon did.
Okay.
But I still think what he did was better than calling the police right then and there. It's just that the execution was poor and he involved Joey, and that was a mistake. A big mistake.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Joey should have never been involved.
Did this change your opinion about Anita to you?
Not
No,
really.
I always felt she was in the loop on a lot of stuff.
You always felt what now?
I thought she was always in the loop somehow.
Oh, okay.
She always had an idea of what was going on. Because she and Vernon communicate without even talking to each other.
That's true. That's very true. I'm sorry, you guys. I was trying to find something. KB Mommy asked me for that song, and I realized I had deleted it because I can only have so many things on here, and sometimes I have to delete videos in order to add more pictures. So, all right. So the Duprees are just who you thought they are then, because I don't know if I thought they would go far enough to be committing murder now. I don't know. I don't know about that. Because this crime, once it came out, it just came out flooding, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I think
Okay.
I agree.
that's just the tip of the iceberg. Wait till next week, honey.
Well, moving away from them, what did y'all think about Danny and Bill down to the country club, child?
They were talking just like two old friends,
Yeah,
and yeah, it shows you deep down inside, Bill still has an appreciation for the woman he was once married to, and maybe she's lost herself to the point that she's not there anymore. Because have you noticed that he all refers to the fact that you always knew me. You always knew me. Why does he say that? She knows him. She knows him.
because
And and she knows too how much her daddy meant to Bill. But also it sounded to me like Bill lost his loss for Vernon was more greater than his loss for his wife. Because
Well,
he lost a lot of respect with Vernon, a lot of Vernon's respect when he
yeah,
got the divorce.
mm, but I still think they looking like they about to, come on over with me,
each other for sure.
come on over to my place.
Yep.
Oh,
That's what it was looking like to me. Jasmine, are you new down there to the comments? Jasmine Williams, is she new?
I believe so.
Okay, because I don't think I saw that name before. Let us hit you with an official welcome over here amongst the gatekeepers. Thank you so much for commenting. You are now an official gatekeeper.
Hey, ye, hey, ye.
Gatekeepers! A decree from the Queen!
Enough. Be seated.
Jasmine said, I said the same thing. Why didn't Vernon have the after photos so we wouldn't be blindsided? Right. Do something to make some sense. Ronnie D is in the house. I don't know if Ronnie was here earlier, so let me speak to you too as well. Huh?
Ronnie, but before we went live, Ronnie was up.
Oh, okay. All right. Sometimes, these names get meshed up for me. I know Shy C63 came in later.
Yeah.
All right. So that's where we at with it. Y'all didn't think too much of them sitting in the bar talking, because to me it's like, I don't know. I think we're getting slow walked down to a situation.
Yeah,
You're talking
I
about
think so
Danny and Bill
too.
in the bar. I did find it weird that Bill was stringless. Usually he's the strong man. Usually he's the man with the answer. And it's just, there's a lot of strange things that happened this week. Too many to name.
Yeah, it
And
was.
that
I
was
mean,
one of them.
as I have said and said again, Miss
Bill was always
Valjean said, let me show y'all something about talking about I write a boring storyline. No, I've been setting y'all up for the kabam. She did us like a whack-a-mole. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Yep, she was playing the long game. And I know about playing the long game because I do that in games all the time if I can get away with it. She played the long game.
Peach Fuzz said Bill and Danny sitting up in there drinking that yak.
Yep.
Yep. You're feeling good. and making googly eyes.
If Danny truly wants to be in this relationship with Andre, then she got to stop running everything goes. Wait, she got to stop running everything. Sometimes, wait a minute. If Danny truly wants to be in this relationship with Andre, then she got to stop running everything. Something goes wrong with Bill. Running every time something goes wrong with Bill. At least CEO says Danny did not run to Bill. She just bumped into him. That's right, though. And he went running to her. I want to run to you. He was running with his arms stretched out. And if I run to you.
And you have to admit that they are a beautiful looking couple. They're
They
just
are
gorgeous.
much
Yes.
better than Haley.
Yes. Well, you know, Haley is a pretty girl, but she doesn't hold a candle to Danny. Even at Danny's middle age, Haley doesn't hold a candle to her. But
Right.
you know what you always say, Miss Jen, that Haley is a girl. You said Leslie is a woman.
Yeah, they match each other's fly, Danny and her do. Like it's too bad they broke up because they. I wish we would have had like at least coming to the show seeing them together some because they match each other's fly. You know, an older couple still looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they cute together. I honestly think Bill won't care. Dee Dee facts. And Martin still wouldn't come clean. Anita had to do it. Nicole was disrespectful. I agree that they had to do what they had. I agree that they had to do what they had to do. Maybe they should have thought. Wait, maybe they thought she couldn't keep that secret. I don't know. But I'm just saying. Ted was like, remember when Ted said, "Now you know everything," and she didn't know everything, and then again she don't know everything. Ted, you ain't never coming home.
Nope.
What's Carlton
No,
last name?
Stick a
Ted has
fork
already
in it,
lost this
Ted. You're
game.
done.
He lost.
Mm,
Now,
mm,
now he has two secrets against him. He's not coming back to Nicole's house ever. I don't think. He's gonna take a
mm,
miracle at this point.
mm. It's gonna
Ted
take a
just messed up too
miracle.
badly, and it's just sad.
Yes, yes. I agree. Uh-huh. I know some of us may not want it to happen, but Danny and Bill are going to collide a few times. Jasmine said Teddy Weddy is done. Teddy Weddy is done. He's done. I
He
wonder
is
will he
done.
want you think he'll want Leslie back then? I mean, she know him so well. She do know him now. We ain't gonna say she ain't what she do.
Why they never showed us when he dropped off Leslie? Did he drop her off or did he take her home?
We don't know yet. And I do not appreciate them doing us like that.
Me
You know,
neither.
she ain't had him drop her off for nothing. Something went on. But do y'all realize we still in the same day?
Yeah, because they still wearing the same clothes.
We've been in the same day all week. This has
You're
been one
right.
long day all week. I thought it was the next day, but remember Dr. Nicole said I was supposed to have coffee with Ted this morning, and that happened this morning. And let me look back at this picture. I
And
hope
then
I didn't
after
just delete
that,
it. I think I
Ted was
did.
trying to get into Smitty's business, and
Okay.
Smitty told her to get out. That was in
And
the
dig
morning
this.
also.
When she talks to Ted, she still got the same outfit on from when she was in here talking to her mother. See? So even when it comes on next week, it's still the same day.
Oh my goodness.
And I deleted the picture with her with talking to. Let me look on my phone. I deleted the picture of her talking to Bill. I think that she might have on. Let me see if she got the same outfit on talking to Bill. Oh, I didn't take a picture of her. I just took a picture of him. But I'm sure she got on the same outfit. But Anita, let's see. When Anita talks to, okay, she got on the same outfit when Danny and Martin come to the house. That's the same outfit that she had on. So that's the same day. But by the time that Naomi comes to the house, then she's got on different outfits. So maybe that happens later in the week. Hmm. Interesting. So they done had us in the same day since last Friday.
Hmm.
That's too long.
And
Man, it's a
actually,
lot to
in the
unpack in
promo,
one day.
I think Eva has on the same clothes too, so we're around the same day.
Eva's clothes. Let me see. Eva has on that blue jean jacket and some yellow pants.
Never mind then.
I don't know if that's what I remember her having on.
But she had a green dress on last week.
Last week it was a green dress. Okay, because I have to delete a lot of stuff out my phone. When I tell y'all this is eating up my file and stuff, woo child. But okay, all right, all right, all right. All right, so let me see what y'all talking about. Because down here, y'all done got a little something going down in the comments. Don't forget that the link is down there. If anybody else wants to come up, you can.
Scared.
Real Talk says she would throw her shoe at the TV if Danny and Bill get back together. Girl, you may as well get your shoe together because it's coming.
Yeah, I think
Your
The
it's coming.
previews,
Empty your
mm-hmm,
shoe closet, girl.
the previews for next week tell it
They've been
all.
clouding us with Danny and Bill since week 1, so I'm not surprised at this point.
Wait, where Elaine at?
Yeah, where did Elaine go?
No, I don't think she been in it tonight. She says I'm not supporting that garbage. Bill isn't trying to get away from the Duprees. Honestly, no, he's not. He's really not. I said that before. He wasn't trying to go to where he loved his family. Child. Again, if we'll leave if they get back together. So you keep on saying that Real Talk, but we gonna see. Love Duprees. You gonna be like, okay, I had thought about it because you how you gonna stop watching all this drama in the middle of all that for one storyline? Girl, go on with that. Go on now. Belinda Hill said, "Girl, why you throwing your shoe?" She says, "The thought of that gives me nausea." You may as well get ready, baby. Get you some Pepto Bismol or something. Get something for your coat your stomach with a little milk, girl. You need some milk. Jasmine Williams says, "I love the discovery of the dynamic between Bill and Papa Vernon." I did too. I thought that was interesting. Okay, Real Talk saying, you know what? You better be glad I'm not a betting person because I would be laying bets that you're going to be back over here talking about, well, I thought about it. I want to see what happened with Ted. And girl, you ain't going to be able to leave this show like that, girl. You ain't going to do it, girl. Especially not the gatekeepers. You ain't about to leave us, girl. You ain't about to go nowhere, girl. Ted and Leslie is on an extended liaison. That one day, he must have fell into Leslie's trap where she is keeping Ted on an extended imaginary sabbatical for spiking his nightcap. I told y'all I sat at a table one night with some people I didn't know, and this girl was talking about that's how she got her husband when he was married. I was looking at her like, "Oh, girl, I want to go over and say, do you know your wife said that she spiked your drink so that you would end up staying the night, and your wife would leave you so she could get you, dummy." But I ain't know them, so I didn't stay out of it. I thought I wanted Danny with Andre, but he's no, absolutely not. Vernon and Anita would be very upset if Bill and Danny got back together. I don't think they would care. They grown. Real Talk, I got some because Vernon love Bill. Don't get it twisted. Vernon love Bill.
Yeah, he does. And Martin does too.
Belinda said, "Real Talk, I got some extra peppermint candy to settle your stomach, girl." Danny needs to play with Andre just to drive sis cray cray. I got some controversy for y'all though. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Okay, let me see what else we got on here. Okay, so it's okay, I'm gonna throw it out here. So is Smitty wrong for not turning Martin in? And isn't this the same as that Eva situation with her mama? I'm just saying.
That's what I can understand. Some people will not forgive Eva of anything, and she was an abused child. raised by a mentally ill mother, and some people seem to have no empathy for her, though she went in as a spy. That is her own crime. I agree with that. You expected for her to turn the helmet into the police, but yet you have Papa Vernon, who is the backbone of the family, keeping a secret for 20 some years.
I'm sorry, who all was that calling Eva a scarlet dog over there on the show? Now, was that all the people like, yeah, but wasn't that cat talking and everybody else, yeah, but you knew about your mama and you didn't say nothing about your mama and your mama and your mama?
Mhm.
And look at everybody that knew something about what happened to Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Tell it, cuz. Tell it.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all the people on the show that had it
And
in for
I
Eva.
would like to ask Elaine, does she think that Martin should have called the police? Does she think all these other people should be reporting this crime? Now she was 1,000% against Eva. I think she just has an issue with Eva. She doesn't like Eva at all. Because I never can imagine if you don't have any empathy for a young woman who was mentored and raised by a mentally ill person and what hoops they have to jump through. But now everybody thought that Eva should have turned that helmet in. So you're looking at Martin, he's got an iron in his hand who beat a man, and even after he knocked the gun out of his hand, that
And
was okay to do that.
who that is this that's involved with this crime? Is that Ted?
But I think the reason why Eva. But I think the reason why Eva had the helmet in her room is as a bargaining chip for Leslie. She just didn't know it was gonna get stolen.
Yeah, it was. It was because she was keeping her mother from blackmailing her. At that time, it seems like Leslie was trying to send Eva to jail because Leslie was angry with Eva because Eva was falling in love with Naomi and with Ted. Yes.
Very true, Jasmine. Kat had Eva's number from the jump, but will she have her daddy's number from the jump when she found out her daddy was involved with this crime?
Mm-hmm.
Is she gonna want to investigate that?
Mm-hmm.
She says, wait until Kat finds out the crime her father helped to cover up. Her father, her granddaddy, her uncle, her cousin, her grandmama, her brother-in-law's daddy.
Yeah, it is just amazing to me that we can hold a person who has not been raised, who practically raised herself and grew up under a mentally ill woman who used her for her own advantage. You can hold her to the fire. She should have turned the helmet in. Now you look at all these other people, they were loved, they were nurtured, they had private schooling, they had all of this. So what is there now? You don't think Bill should Bill covered up a crime? You don't think he should be held liable for it? What about Daddy Vernon? What about Mama Vernon? See, all of this is just that we choose the people that we want to have empathy for. And I just cannot imagine why there's so much hate for Eva. You can forgive, you can look the other way with her mother, and her mother tried to unalive times two. But yet you hold it over Eva's head that she didn't turn the helmet in.
Yeah, somebody actually gone when it comes down to these other folks. They gone. Now, Real Talk has said that she would leave this show if Bill and Danny end up back together. She said, I have better things to be doing with my time
Go
than
ahead.
watching Bill and Danny. I got friends, I got money, I have a job, my students, I will be fine without this show. And to that, I say that reminds me that I've just uploaded KB Mommy's song. So KB Mommy, here's your song, girl.
I'm a money man. I'm a money mag. I'm a money mag. I'm a money mag. Ching, 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 ching. I'm a money bag. I'm a money bag. I'm a money bag. Ching, 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 ching.
It's mine now.
Thank you.
Thank you again, KB Mommy. I don't know if you all realized it, but both the Money Keeps Coming to Me song and this song are affirmation songs about money. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but they're affirmation songs. And you can find those on YouTube. You should play them. I'm a money man. What's the affirmation songs? All right, but real talk, girl. We understand if these folks wear you out to the tune where you don't want to deal with it no more, then you don't want to deal with it no more. You don't want to deal with it no more.
But anyways, I was going to say that there's one person who was sympathetic towards Eva, and that was Martin. So what you said, Jen, is not true. It's just Anita, Vernon, and Danny that were guilty. Not Martin. Martin let Eva have a pizza party in his own house. Martin is clear of that.
Yeah, Martin did bring Eva to his home for pizza night, and I think Martin, deep down inside, is a decent guy. He's not stuck up and bougie like Kat. He brought her there. She combed his daughter's hair and made new hairstyles for her. So I think Martin would be open to that. But Martin got so many other things to worry about now. He doesn't have time to be making relationships with his half sister.
Yeah, run it down to me again. What was Eva's crime?
People were angry with Eva because they felt like when she discovered the helmet up over in the closet on the shelf at her mother's house, she should have turned it into the police. But instead of that, she took it to her house to hide it so she would have it for, I think, proof against Leslie, because it looked like at that time Leslie was trying to send her to jail. And she...
It was a bargaining chip to put pressure.
Wait,
it wasn't okay. But when Kat went in, Kat stole it. But it's okay to say Kat stole it. It's okay that Kat broke and entered into her hotel room and fooled a man to let her in because her father was a tenant there. So you see, we have people that we pick out. It's okay what they do. Now, poor Martin, I feel bad for him. So I'm not going to put any judgment on him. But the rest of the people, because he tried to come clean so many times, and Vernon didn't want him to come clean. But in the end, he felt like he had to do what was best for him. But the rest of the people don't tend to have any trouble about the people not coming clean. What about Leslie? Leslie gave that girl potassium and stopped her heart. She went into cardiac arrest, but nobody worries about her turning herself in. What about when she almost ran off the road? Nobody worries about her turning herself in. I don't know what it is, but it seems to just be a general hate for Eva.
Smitty seems like he might make Martin turn himself in. You think, or you think he gonna be quiet and let it ride?
I don't know, but if he had told, Granddaddy said, if he had told him when it first happened, he would have lost everything, because Smitty is the kind that that plays by the book. So he probably would have made Martin.
Smitty's very self-righteous.
Yeah, but the stew done thicken now. It was one thing when somebody got taken out because you was on a road and you were really defending yourself. You got a witness because your grandfather was there, and all of that. But y'all done took care of it. You done disposed of somebody.
I think they might have had a better chance now. E-Daddy disagrees with me because he said it was in a racist, bigot town, and white people ruled in that town, so the police were on their side. But if he had knocked the gun out of his hand and then disabled him by hitting him with the iron one time, getting the gun away from him, that would have been one thing. But Mark,
he did.
With anger issue though. Remember, he just beat him over and over and over.
That's the guy that had his face messed up. But the one who passed away, he only hit him one time.
Oh, okay. But then the other one, okay, I see what you're saying. The one that was murdered, he was only hit him one time. But with
murdered,
Bubba,
yes.
They said he beat Bubba past recognition. So you've already knocked him out, and you just think that he was carrying on. So by beating him, Daddy Vernon had to pull him off of the man.
Yeah. It went too far. It's so many moving pieces to it, So I don't know who can point a finger at nobody around here no more. I mean, Danny, the only one don't know, right? Even though she's in this picture here for next week. Martin telling her.
One doesn't know.
I guess she about to find out, unless
I
she
don't
did
know.
know.
Maybe she'll still live in her world. Because remember, they're trying to find a building to start this business with. So maybe she won't know for a while.
I mean, Danny's in this picture for the preview for next week with Martin talking.
Oh, okay. So
And
she'll
it's the
find out.
same day as all this stuff is going on. So maybe they're gonna go on and tell her because the mother did say, "What is Danny gonna think about us?" Danny
Hmm.
gonna be like, "Don't y'all call me the dysfunctional one no more."
But
Hmm.
the thing about it is that Cat's family, they're just human, and I have I feel empathy for them. Martin,
Hmm.
I feel empathy for him.
Hmm.
Nicole, I definitely, she's my girl. I feel empathy for her. I have empathy for Anita and Vernon, but Daddy Vernon is controlling things, I think, to a certain extent. But now, when Kat looks at her perfect family, where she thought evil contaminates her family, how is she going to think about it now when she finds out her family is not so sterile and pure?
Hmm. But real talk, if you
That's
leave,
right.
how will you know when Danny and Bill break up and then
The
it's safe for you to
Richardsons are
come back?
exposed.
Hmm. Wait, I'm asking real
You
talk a
guys can still
question.
hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Richardsons are exposed.
Hmm.
They got exposed this week. They got exposed twice. They got exposed in May. They got exposed this week.
Hmm.
But I still
Okay.
think the big exposure was back in May when Nicole and his relationship wasn't so perfect.
Real talk. Destiny H has a question for you. She says, "What's your initial hatred for Danny? She was Bill's husband. Bill was her husband first, anyway." Martin used Smitty as a husband while he pursued his career. Oh, wow! I thought he was already what he was. No.
Well, Martin, when the show came on, Smitty said the kids were in school all day and it was not much for him to do. He wanted to go back to work, and Martin tried to keep Smitty at home.
He
But
did.
now it looks like Martin did not want Smitty to have that investigating job because he was afraid of what Smitty would run into. And once Smitty
Yep,
starts
I
at
agree. I
something,
totally agree.
he won't give up. He just keep pushing and pushing and pushing.
Okay, real talk. Who does Carla Mosley remind you of that you know? Cause she remind you of somebody. She triggering you, girl. You said it's the second show you ain't like to own. Who that girl remind you of?
Carla mostly played Maya on The Bold and the Beautiful.
Oh, okay.
I knew her on the Bold and Beautiful, but she was beautiful. She was the most outstanding model they had there.
Oh. Oh, okay. Nicole never noticed any of this, and this is a lot of anger is coming from. Yeah, Nicole, I don't know, girl. I think she lashing out much because of what's going on with her own house.
Yeah,
Nicole is.
that's the whole ball of wax right there.
Where they
She
say hurt people, hurt people. Hmm. So I asked this a different way earlier, but who is more a criminal, Leslie, Martin, or Bill? You can only pick one.
Bill.
Bill,
Leslie.
Leslie.
I'm on the stud, so I'm like
It's definitely Bill or Leslie. I'm going to have to say Bill
Martin. I
because,
don't even include Martin in the equation. It's split between Leslie and Bill.
yeah, it's either Leslie or Bill's not Martin, so Martin can get on out of there. I'm going to have to say Bill because he's supposed to be running a law firm. He's supposed to be upholding the law, and he's condoning killing people. So
Hmm.
I think he's worse than Leslie. I'm sorry.
If Danny did get Bill back, would she be wrong for taking her own husband back from that girl?
No.
Do you think she could? Because I do. I think she could get him.
Hmm.
He's hers for the taking, if when she ready. That's what I think. Mm.
And
We
you
need.
know, you said something, Miss Jim, the last time I listened to your live. Young, you call them girls, like
Mm,
with Haley. Girls have one thing going for them. You know, we're
Mhm.
not talking about the firm body and the other things, but a real woman understands the emotions of a man. When to be quiet, when to sit with him, when to hold his hand, when to reach over and pat him on the back. Because older women have experienced and been there, and they know what it feels like to be in pain and how to understand those kind of situations. So, Haley is like I said, Haley is pretty. What you call her a girl? She can't go out and do a
She
woman's
a little
job, I
girl. No, girl, you can't. You if they said don't get in my rocking chair if you can't keep it up to speed.
guess.
Okay, and that's why she need to get out here. Y'all Elaine done popped up on y'all Elaine. We were just talking about you. Talking about where is Elaine at? And Elaine done slid up in here and hit us with a super sticker. Thank you so much, Elaine. And girl, you know you gonna get your song.
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me.
Thank you, Elaine. And we was just talking about you, girl. Like, where's she at? Because you know I was in here giving it to the folks about not being as mad as everybody else as they was with Eva, because Eva hears something and so did Smitty, so did Vernon, so
Yep,
did
that's right.
Anita, so did Ted, so did Bill, so did
Yep,
all everybody else.
yep.
So why y'all is Smitty gonna be wrong because he don't turn Martin in like she ain't
And don't
turning in
forget
that hell?
Vanessa. Vanessa's keeping secrets too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
Mm-hmm.
Candy calling the kettle black. But the common denominator is all these subs that if you're backed by a powerful family name, you can do all the crimes you want and get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think what it is, and I can't quite put my hands on it, but some of the people who hate Eva so seem to have some, I don't know if she reminds them of something or somebody, but it triggers because I could never imagine how anyone could not have any empathy or to hate a child who was mentored and raised by a mentally ill woman who never knew how to love a child, never knew how to put the child first, never knew how to celebrate the child. I just
Mm-hmm.
can't understand. You have no empathy for her, but then these other people. Cat broke into um Eva's hotel room. Did nobody care about that? She broke
Mm.
into a hotel room. Nobody didn't care about that. And like you said about Martin, now Martin is in a different category. I truly believe that Martin is a good man at his heart, and he would have probably confessed. But Granddaddy thought it was not good for him, and he allowed Granddaddy to out talk him. But it started to worry him so much, and then he was having those night terrors, and just seeing these lights flashing in the back of his head. So I guess all of the story had not come together, and it was just bits and pieces here. But I have empathy for him. But now you look at Bill. Bill knew what he was doing when he forced Leslie out of town. He knew what he was doing when he took care of Bubba. We're not
Mm-hmm.
talking about Joey. I don't even put Joey in the class with decent people, and that's a shame for me to say that. But
But
Daddy
exactly,
Vernon.
Bill knew what he was doing when he was killing Bubba. He knew exactly what he was doing. That's why I think Bill's worse than Leslie. At least Leslie is out front telling you that she's a criminal. You better watch out for her.
And
Bill's
Mm-hmm.
actually dangerous. He runs a law firm and he hides behind his desk while he has other people do his crimes for him.
Well, now. Bill ain't actually put hands on nobody now. He just hid it
no,
and ordered it.
he
That's
ordered
why I
it.
said
Yeah.
he hides behind a desk while he has other people do his dirty work for him.
Do y'all think Vanessa's in danger with Joey?
Yes, Vanessa's playing with fire. I don't understand where she's coming from. This man is crazy. A man that can sit up and have coffee while somebody's being killed on his order, and you're not afraid of him. You know she's got a problem.
It's an
Mm-hmm.
aphrodisiac for her. She gets off on that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, she might lose her thrill one day when she see, because she came
Yeah.
close, very close to
Mm-hmm.
pushing him to the edge the other night when she wanted to question him and say, "Well, I'll just go to the Duprees."
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Her neck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, child, I have to tell you, this was one long week, but like I said, I didn't realize it was one long day on the show.
A
You
week.
Yes, it
know,
was.
a
And
week of a day.
I have to say something about. I have to say something about about CBS.
What's that?
CBS is slick, and I just noticed this today. I think one of the. I think they know. I think they're calculating, and they knew what they're doing when they pushed Beyond the Gates. Pushed Beyond the Gates 1 week. Remember that 1 week they had the preemption.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason they did that is because if Beyond the Gates had came on that first week of July, then Martin's. Well, you wouldn't know this unless you watched Young and the Restless, actually. So I'm gonna say it right now. This week on the Young and the Restless, there was a murder, and it started murder mystery.
Smurter.
Oh,
Murder.
Uh-huh.
This murder happened, and it started a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
So if Beyond the Gates had came on the first week of July, then Martin's expose would have been before the murder. But
Mm-hmm.
because of the 1 week delay, it happened the same week. The murder happened the same week as Martin's expose.
Peach Buzz just made a good point too. She said Nicole is going to feel betrayed again when she finds out Vanessa's involvement. Child, I can't.
oh my gosh, that's the truth.
Vanessa is involved. She is.
Vanessa insisted upon knowing. She should have kept her mouth shut. As Miss Jen said, a criminal's wife, your job is to look pretty, to be dumb, and to go about doing your chores. You don't know nothing, you don't see nothing, you just stay, keep yourself pretty.
Mm-hmm. Now, E Daddy, here's a question for you because I noticed this week, even though we were in the same storyline, because I said every day I'm gonna put down who's the writer and who's the director. Okay, so same storyline, different writers every day. What you think about that?
It kind of I guess it kind of makes sense.
It keeps the excitement because I would think that once it makes it like I think that like if you write the story like once upon a time in a land far away, then you hand it to somebody else and then they go, two bears was walking down the street and they you hand it to the next person, then they have to see in their mind where they wanted to go. I was like, maybe that's why that thing was moving the way it was. I don't know. Different writers, same storyline. When you would think that they would have one writer write for each character, you know what I'm saying?
You're right. It's different writing, so I guess they do that to make it fresh or something. But I like it.
It works. It works because this is more like watching a play every day to me, like a stage play.
Yes.
It's like, what's about to happen now?
And it's amazing how fond I am of Martin now. When Martin first came on, he was so aggressive and he just took over things and just controlled and ruled everything. And I feel that a lot of the audience had problems with him. Even E Daddy told me he didn't like him. He liked Smitty better because he thought Martin was dismissive and aggressive toward Smitty. But Martin has really grown on me, and I truly believe that Martin is Nicole's child. Now I don't know where they got this kitty cat from, but
It's
I believe
Lizzie.
Martin is Nicole's child. Because if you didn't care about what you've done, why would you want to go and turn yourself in and lose your job and lose everything?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good point. Look, I know this ain't on subject, but y'all, they said Shannon Sharp done paid that girl $50 million.
What?
Mm-hmm. I gotta think about who done touched me. Hold on, let me think.
Well,
I got the bus up in the court. He touched me. He put his hand on my mouth and then he touched me. 50 million?
well, you know, I'm not
You
sure how
know,
this
he
is
should
going
have
to
just
come
paid the
out, but a lot of these
25,000 per
men,
cheek would have been cheaper.
well, I would say some of these men, I don't know if it's self hatred or what it is, because
Mm.
in our nation we've got variety, all kinds of people, a great variety, but they want to go across the line. So when you go across the line, I guess you pay the price.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was something. It wasn't the red book and woke up rich. Rich. I said, hold on, Rumble. Uh-huh. She went to bed broke and woke up rich. I wish it was me.
Mm, mm, mm.
I'm at
I'm gonna have to get some people phone numbers and call them myself and be like, oh, this name, and then give me 20 million, I won't say no more. And then they suing Tyler Perry again. Child, I don't know. If
Oh my
I was that rich,
God.
I wouldn't be talking to nobody. You would have to sign something to come in my house to clean it. I'll just get my cousin them to do it. I ain't got time. Oh, Ronnie says that the writers get together, discuss the themes that they will write about. Vanessa doesn't really know about what went down, but she will begin to put the pieces and the puzzles together. Jasmine says, when you find yourself feeling out of the loop, whether it's family or group of interests, you have to look within. Do you know 3 of the writers from season 1 are not returning for the second season? Yeah, I saw that. Uh-huh. But they were like, thank you so much. Thank you. Probably people done pulled them off of that, like, nah, they got to go. But that's all right. It's still going to be good. I don't give Nicole credit for anything. Generational wealth paid by a fool. I just can't. You big dummy in my Fred Sanford voice. Yeah, he just done messed up all that money for his family. Wonder what his granny would say about that. And he still ain't gonna get nowhere and sit down. As much as Nicole and Ted said everyone is scared to disappoint her. Jasmine Williams, you are so very right. And Shannon is the biggest simp out here. He's dating his wage, not his age, and that didn't work out for him. Yes, there's a whole Nicole Murphy walking around looking like she 27.
Mm, mm.
Go get you some, learn from Steve Harvey and get you somebody in your age range and sit down.
That's right.
The writers that are left were temporary and just to get the show up and running. Yeah, I think they said that. They come from veteran soaps like GH and Days. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It also has World Turns and
Huh?
Bold and the Beautiful, so the soaps are all over the place.
Mm.
But they found someone mentioned that they found very physically attractive characters as well as the show, the wardrobe. So they must be spending a lot of money on Gates.
You know what was funny is I saw a video of the crew and like the people that work behind the scenes on the show, and they were in there debating about Nicole and Ted, and no, she shouldn't be with him. Why should she be with him?
Also, I forgot to mention the actor that plays Bill was on Queen Sugar. So all these
Right, Mr.
actors are
Raven
from
Maniac.
different soaps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yes, and indeed, yes, and indeed. But yeah, this week was heavy. This week was heavy, and it was a lot of dialogue, like just a lot of heavy dialogue.
I had to take a nap after this episode today. I was like, "Ooh, Jesus!"
Is this the week that Danny went over to Bill's house or something? Or because they had another conversation, I thought.
Vernon went to Bill's house.
Who did?
Vernon did.
Oh, Vernon. Yeah, okay. He was like, "What you call me over to this tacky house for?" That's what I said.
Summoned. And he said he was summoned.
Yeah, he
He
said,
was
"Who are you
mad.
to
He was
summons
smoking
me
mad.
anywhere?" Oh. They have a lot of investors, including the NAACP, in-show ads, and private investors who just want to see the show succeed. Yeah, as long as they have sponsors, they're good. But you ain't got to run off the bigger companies if you don't have to. Get you a bunch of smaller companies and get the same money. It's a lot of people would like to have ads on national TV.
Yup.
The actor who played Randy has about 10 upcoming projects. Oh, that's good. He's got real problems. This is not the first time, but it's the costliest. He needs to stay off them diamonds. Now Vernon know he love Bill. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, Shannon, baby. It's time to shut it down. It's time to shut it down. Why don't you come on to the show? Danny need a love interest. Come on the show, Shannon. Find you something else to do, boo.
We'll find you somebody.
See, now we know how that phone got turned on that time. Because he said, I have never gone live. He said, y'all ain't never seen a live from me on Instagram. I don't even know how to do that. Yeah, but them young girls do. She grabbed your phone and went boop, 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 boop. And you in there talking about old Michelle. Don't nobody want to hear all that, sir?
Sure do.
All right, y'all. What y'all looking forward to happening next week? Of the clips that we had, I done deleted some of them to upload that video. But what you think happening here in this conversation with Nicole and Ted?
I don't think
name in the book probably.
It's not going to be anything good. I think Nicole feels worse about Ted than she did when she told Ted to get out of her house.
When she came out there with that shower cap on her robe.
Oh yeah, that was it right there. Once you wash your face and you got your hair in your bonnet, it's trouble, big trouble in River City.
I think where Ted really messed up, where he really messed up, is when he said, "I've told you everything," and that was a lie. She told you to tell it to, no, that's it. This is everything. Now you know, and you was lying, and you done involved her, baby.
Maybe he had reference to the affair.
No, he was supposed to be telling. He was like, "There's no more secrets." Once you don't, if you gonna confess it, you may as well put. And then he should have been like, "Okay, so I had the baby. I was sneaking around there seeing her. Oh yeah, and I had helped Martin cover up a murder."
Yeah.
You should have just thrown it in there. He should have just told it.
And see, one of the worst things a professional person could do with a license, and you can be reported to the board, you don't take under the table cases like that. Supposedly they had taken Bubba in, and Bubba had a cardiac arrest. How are you going to explain? Nobody knows why he's there, what he's there for. Well, we know what he's there for. I just think that I'm not sure why Daddy Vernon would call me. I do know why. He called him to give him a new face because they were going to get rid of him and ship him overseas. But to me, that's kind of selfish when you want to get other people involved in your crimes. Of course, now Ted could have said no, and Ted went right along with them. And I guess Ted has to be good at what he does, because from what they were saying, this man was not even recognizable from what I understood, and Ted made him a face that looked human. Yeah.
I forgot to tell you all that Real Talk has sent me earlier something that said that the guy that plays Bubba said that he was asked to keep it a secret from the rest of the cast what happens to him in the end, so even they didn't know where it was going. Even the cast didn't know where it was going.
That's good, because then you won't have any leaks on those spoiler sites.
I know they was like, I know you lying.
Because I sure was surprised. This whole week was full of twists and turns, a lot of things that I didn't expect.
Elaine says, Vernon and Bill are complicated. Bill hurt his daughter, so their 30-year relationship, even if it was father-son, has been broken. They ain't broken. They forever together because they got this thing between them.
And Nicole, I think they really love each other.
Elaine, at first I thought she didn't need to divorce him, but now I think she do. Ted, you done did too much.
Yeah. I do
Yeah,
too.
That
it's
was a
done.
setup. Uh-huh. Ted grabbed Nicole off Leslie and
He
failed
made
to
one
go
too many
after her,
mistakes.
but took Leslie home. Yeah,
Nobody has not been able to figure out if he dropped her off or if he took her home. They never showed it. They just left us hanging.
I think we're gonna see it Monday.
I do too.
Yeah.
Carlton will creep up in there because but I think we're gonna see it. They better tell us something Monday. Carlton will creep up in there. Says Carlton might as well slide in those DMs. Baby, Carlton ain't got to slide. He got all the numbers. I think he just gonna stop by to check on him. Ted is fumbling Nicole bad. He needs to. Didn't Carlton tell him he was fumbling? Fumbling and gonna fall right over there. Carlton, paging Carlton. Somebody said, Elaine said, Carlton, paging Carlton. Carlton incoming. Did we consider that Leslie may be pressing charges against Nicole for attacking her at Orphans? I did, but I just don't think she is, but I think she may threaten it. Miss Lil, do you work in social services? You seem to have a great insight into people's behaviors.
Yeah, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. Baby, let me tell you why I can't, Yes, Belinda and Vernon can't quit Bill and vice versa. Eva and Tomas. Ooh, I forget. Yes. Eva and Tomas. My son said Cat going to pop kittens when she found out Eva stole Thomas from her.
Now
Tomas.
that's one thing I think Eva should let go. She deserves better. If Tomas wants to cheat on Cat, let that go. I don't go along with that.
Because I think Tomas wants to be a Dupree. I don't think he wants Cat. I just think he wants to be a Dupree.
Oh, okay.
I'm serious. I don't think Tomas wants Cat. I think he just want to be a Dupree.
So that means if he finds out that Leslie's actually her mother, he might dump Cat.
Mm. Oh, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay. That's a thought. The Kenneth actor also said if we see him again, it will be in the flashbacks because he has finished filming. That kiss between Tomas and Eva was fire. The passion, the chemistry, the electricity. When Eva and Tomas hit the sheets, it's going to be insane. They're going to break the internet. I don't really think nobody going to care that deep, but if she get him, she get him. If she don't, she don't.
No, I think she should have somebody else. Let her sister have Tomas. That's not, and you don't need to do that.
Jessica Love said Tomas playing with both of them. She says Eva. Okay, so Elaine really believes that Eva and Kat are twins. They were not switched at birth. Now, I think they were switched at birth and not twins.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think they were switched.
Yeah, I think that Leslie was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hurt her down the line. She gonna find out this wasn't even your baby you raised. You raised my baby. Do you think Tomas has gone through Bill's files on the family? Child, let's hope he stay out the files.
He might be.
You better stay out the files. But would they have a file on that? Let us hope not.
No, they wouldn't have. Anytime you're going to commit a crime, you're not going to record it unless you record the good part about it being. But they didn't even report that. That's not even a police report on that. No, honey, Tomas and Bill is not to play with. I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't cross the Bill.
So if Leslie and Dr. Nicole got into a fight for real, who y'all think will win?
Leslie. 100%
Really?
Leslie.
Really? Why?
Nicole looked like she might be able to scrap a little bit.
Yeah, Nicole look like when she mad, she blacks out.
Well, you know, Martin did that. Remember, Martin knocked the man down, and I guess he was so angry because he pushed Daddy Vernon to the ground, and that's his grandfather, and he looks up to his grandfather probably more than he does his own father, and he when he hit the man, if he had just hit him one time, but he just kept beating him so until Daddy Vernon had to pull him off of the man.
I agree with you, Jessica Love. Like she said, now when Carlton and Nicole hook up, that's what's gonna be. That's what's gonna be tearing up the internet. Tomas doesn't want Kat because she's always talking down about anybody. That's true. He don't want her, but I think he wants what she stands for.
Yeah, he
She's from
wants.
the rich and powerful Duprees. He wants in because I don't. Does Tomas come from anything great, or did he say his father was somebody great?
Mm-mm. His father has behavior
They have the same
disorder.
That's funny
relationship.
that him and Bill share that in common. That it looks like Bill got with Danny loving her father more, and now Tomas is the same way with Bill, and he
Mhm.
wants to be in, and he got daddy issues too.
Yeah, because he said to how his daddy would criticize him. I don't know who he was. I think he was talking to Eva, and he was talking to her about Tomas did not have a loving, kind, nurturing father. But now Leslie tells a different tale. Eva says her stepfather was an all right man. He was an honorable man. But Leslie makes it look like they could hardly make it, they could hardly live, and he didn't do this and he didn't do that. But I believe Eva, because a child would know if she didn't feel loved.
Hmm. Now, Redhead Cat says Tomas isn't a prize. He's boring. Now, we done learned our lesson by calling people boring this week because we done had that whole story with Leslie, not Leslie, with Derek and Ashley
Oh,
uh,
please.
blow up. And then we turned around and this whole Martin thing became a whole situation. So I don't know now. You better hold on.
Yeah.
I think Leslie's gonna drug Nicole. Well, I think Leslie's gonna put something in Nicole's drink or something. Nicole will certainly hold her own, but she won't win. You can't tell. You can tell Nicole raised Cat. I can't. Cat and Nicole don't really act alike to me.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Remember when Tomas wanted some of Bill's, but she do act like Leslie. Remember when Tomas wanted some of Bill's files and Caroline wouldn't give it to him? Oh, really? Okay, I forgot that. The fight gonna be like Ronnie and Diamond in the Players Club.
Yeah, I
Mixed
know.
in the fight between Pam Grier and Leslie and Nicole, Leslie would take Nicole back to one of those black exploitation street fights. She probably would, but I think Nicole can bring it. I do. She said, and Real Talk says that Tomas will be the new fixer. Redhead Cat says Nicole Martin got it from someone, and it wasn't from Teddy Bear. Well, see, sometimes people don't have to be raised with their parents, and they'll be just like them for real. They'll meet them and be like, "Oh my God, I hold my head the same way. I play the drums too. I got short patience too." And Cat just like a Mama Leslie to me.
Yeah, I think Kat acts more like Leslie's child than she does. Nicole is warm, caring, compassionate. Nicole and Eva are a perfect fit, but Kat
Mm-hmm.
is not.
Yep. She gonna call her mama. I don't know, mama.
Yep, you sound just like her.
She gonna be calling Nicole mama.
No, Mama, why?
And Cat gonna be over there talking about not the mama. Like
Oh,
that
if
old
that
show.
were to be true, it would be
Hmm.
a day I would celebrate. I
I
would
know.
celebrate. I would celebrate. Oh, I would celebrate. What a celebration. Oh, what a celebration. I just can't wait to see that.
Miss Lil, tell us how you really feel, girl.
Miss Lil said she the same way as Real Talk is about if Danny and Ted get back. She's like, I'm gonna celebrate. Real Talk is like, and I'm leaving if they get together. So she's like, I mean this thing.
You mean Bill and Ted? I mean Bill and Danny.
Bill and Danny, I'm sorry, yeah, thank you. Because I
Because
said Bill and Ted, Lord God.
Cat wants to make it look like she's so superior and she's got this and she's got that. And Eva, she even said to Eva about her clothes being challenged and all of that. Eva was not raised in a millionaire's home. So if she finds out that she is Leslie's daughter, oh my, that would be a day for dancing in the streets. Oh, it would be a day for dancing in the streets.
I'll have my
Ooh.
bucket of popcorn ready for next week, y'all.
Yeah, I got a feeling. And when is the 29th? The week after this?
Yes, it is. And we
Ooh,
know
child.
that the writers like to play the long game because look how they played the long game with Martin. It went from February all the way to July. I mean, 5 whole months.
Real Talk says she mean it. She's gonna be leaving.
Okay,
Oh
girl.
my goodness.
She says she's leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. All right, y'all. Before we get out of here, y'all gonna have to endure my song one more time because I think Elaine was late and her name is in the video. And and I put a lot of work into that song. And whether if
Yes,
you want to hear it or not, look,
here it
whether or not
comes.
if you want to hear it or not,
Here it
here you go. Then
goes.
we're gonna finish up these comments when I come out of here. All right.
Be a mouth and your name will be in lights. The super stickers, they work the very same way. It shows everybody you send some love my way. But if you really wanna send it straight to me, then hit.
All right. Jasmine Williams says, like she says, she's flipping her script and it's gonna be fun to watch. Yeah, you real talk, you can hang it up. It's not gonna go the way we want it to go. These storylines are not gonna go the way we want it to go at all. Not at all. Not at all. Miss Lil, I'm gonna mute you up just for a second because I think you got a fan or something in the background.
Oh, okay.
Or you can. I don't want you. I don't want to ask you to turn it off because I know it's you're probably hot where you
I
are.
don't have a fan. I don't know. I don't. But
Oh, you don't.
we
Okay,
must
wait.
be
Hold
here
on. Hold
soon.
on.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. I think I can fix it. I can do something on my end here. Hold on. Uh, edit mic settings.
Oh, I can mute.
I'm gonna do something else here. Okay. That should have fixed it. Yeah, that fixed it a little bit. So don't there you go. They give me the option to be able to fix some stuff on this end when it comes to sound now. That's something else new they added in. So that brought it down a lot. So
Nice.
you're good. Huh?
Ain't that nice?
Ain't that nice?
That's nice.
Uh-huh. Terry Andrews said, "Thank you, Miss Jen." Oh, you're welcome. I know. I think your name is in that video. You're welcome. And Elaine's name is in that video too. She might wind up being crazier than Leslie. So as each week, I'm going to change out the names for those who gave a super chat or a super sticker or sent a cash app. Then your name will be in the video when it plays the following Friday. Okay. Well, y'all always makes this a ball of fun. Anything else anybody wanted to say about what y'all looking forward to this week or whatever?
I
I
just want
just hope they show whether or not Ted drops Leslie off or whether he takes her home.
Yeah, we need answers.
Yeah,
And we need answers right now.
that's right.
Because y'all gonna sit up here and let me sit up here and let my imagination just go wild and I don't know what's going on.
no, we wouldn't want that.
Mm-mm.
No.
Just shut up. Look, now we wouldn't want that. Well, y'all say a little thanks to my mom. Let me take this down so y'all can see the thing. Hold on. All right. Y'all give up a little thanks to my mods.
Thank you, Mod Squad.
Thank you, Mod Squad, for all that you do. And also to you, Lil Hard and E Daddy. I always look forward to you guys coming up talking because it's always fun and insightful. And, you know, when I need a lot of background information, E Daddy going to be there to give it to us. He is our resident know it all over here, okay?
Well, thank you.
And Miss Lil is always gonna keep us, acting right, bringing the Maya Angelou to the mix. Well, children, don't y'all do that. Don't do that.
Well, remember
Behave
what you said
yourself.
about Leslie.
Uh,
Leslie is a not Leslie. Haley is a girl.
But I
She
have
said
my
the
eye on
Leslie is a
CBS
woman.
because they want to keep. And I have my eye on CBS because they do these sneak attacks against Beyond the Gates, trying to line it up the same week as the Young and the Restless murder. I have my eyes on them.
Oh, you think they copying, huh?
No, they're not copying. They want the murder I told you to be on the same week as the Martin conspiracy thing. And the only way for that to happen was for Beyond the Gates to be delayed a week.
Oh, okay. To delay them by a week. Okay. Well, that's all right because I don't watch that no way, so I don't know what they got going on. I don't even care.
They have some mystery. They have some mystery. A person was who did the unaliving.
Belinda
I
says
already have a
because
suspect, but I'm not gonna get into it because it's not about Young and Restless. This is about Gates.
oh, okay. Belinda Hill says because Nicole got so much pent up anger 45 years, she says she will whoop Leslie's tail. Nicole is crazy, and and Vernon and Anita protected the world from her. Belinda
Mm-hmm.
Hill said, "Where's my fish sandwich, girl? I don't know. Linda was making the fish, so you
Who?
gotta ask Linda.
Uh-uh.
We had put Linda on fish.
No, that wasn't me.
You
I
wasn't here
just
yesterday. We had put you on fish.
no. Somebody else volunteered and said they was recaps. It was not.
We had put you on the fish sandwiches.
I was gonna read the obituary.
Lord, I tell you. You know there is a jazz song called Fish Sandwich. Fish Sandwich. It's called just that, Fish Sandwich. And one
That's
called Potato Salad.
play.
Huh?
That sounds like something my dad would play. He loved a lot of those old Johnny Guitar Watson songs.
I was doing this big band thing one time, and they wanted me to do this song called Solid Potato Salad. And I was so mad. I was like, I don't want to sing that. But that ended up to be one of my favorite songs. It was so fun. But I
Oh
was like,
yeah,
I'm not singing that. I had to send it to you, Nancy, so you can hear it.
yeah. Please do.
But I was like, oh, that song is cute. I like it. But that man was looking at me like, girl, I done paid you to sing what I tell you to sing. And I'm like, and I ain't singing about no tater salad. What I look like up in here. All right, y'all. Well, thank you all so much for coming through. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. Okay, so thank you guys for coming through. Thank you guys for the super stickers and the super chats and the cash apps. I really appreciate it. It helps immensely with some things over here. And I don't know, I just appreciate hanging with you guys and talking with you and laughing. Y'all be cracking me up. Friday is my favorite day to look forward to. Bilo Didi says, what is your favorite genre music to sing? Jazz. Jazz is my favorite. Definitely jazz is my favorite. Let's see. Peach Fuzz says, don't forget good old cornbread and beans. Wait, beans and cornbread. Yeah, beans and cornbread. Beans and cornbread. We used to say, give me a fish sandwich and a Miller beer.
Yep.
And Linda, and real talk, Linda says, you ain't going nowhere. Use family. You that cousin that's always talking about she about to go and ain't about to go nowhere, girl. You ain't going.
Once we
How you
let
gonna
you
lead the
let you
gatekeepers?
go. You in like Flint, girl.
Belinda Hill says, thank you so much, Miss Jen, Tony Lynn, the Mod Squad. Had fun. Have a blessed and highly favored weekend. See y'all next week. Love y'all. And to you too. I love you guys too. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. I might be back this weekend for something because I want to review the King's Court. Because I like to review stuff when it's new and they ain't had but one episode. And if y'all ain't seen the King's Court, I think I'm about to be able to talk about some folks.
It's good.
Because I was over here like, she told a lie. I knew she was lying though. I knew that chick was lying. Her whole hairdo said she was a lie. You know what I'm talking about, Linda? Oh, she done had to mute up. I don't know her name. It's on Peacock.
No, I
It's
know
on the
what
Peacock channel.
I
Somebody was asking a question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let me write it down here. It's called The King's KNGS Court on.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be something else.
I hope I spelled Peacock right. Yeah, the King's Court on so it's about these celebrity men, because Tyson Beckford is on there too. But these 3 celebrity men are looking for love. They bring these women into the house and they gotta choose them or whatever. But girl, that one chick that lied, girl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say no more till I put her picture up so I can wear her out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lying heifer. I knew she was lying when he asked her the first time. Oh no, they don't care. They just want me to be happy. I was like, she is lying.
Oh,
She's
I know
lying.
for sure who you're talking about. You're talking about Miss Victoria.
Everything about her said MAGA.
Yeah.
I knew she was telling the tale.
Look, well, I'm not gonna go.
Yeah, but save it for the
I'm not gonna go there, but you can only imagine
what I'm thinking. I know you was over here twerking, girl. I know you was. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Thank you again for hanging out with me. Thank you to the mods, to Tony Lynn, to Belinda Hill for always leading the way with making sure y'all hit the like button. If you ain't hit the like button, hit it now. Hit it right now.
Hey, you! Oh, where's you going? Where's you going? Where you click like? You don't follow me? I don't care. Click like. You don't be scrolling past my stuff. Click the like and the share and stuff right now. Right. Hey, you! I love you. Click it.
I'm with him. Say, hey, you! I love you. Click it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get ready to get on up out of here, and we'll see who get this last. Wait, is she a W? Destiny says all the men are tall, dark, and handsome. You know, light skin ain't really my mood, but again, I find myself, on that show too.
Oh, baby,
that ain't really my thing. But this is the second time I first bill.
The beard? Oh, yeah.
I said first bill, and now the guy on this show, I'm like, okay then.
Yes, Lord.
He seems so intentional,
Let me get my fan because I'm breaking a sweat over here.
Girl, Hirsch. Her and Hirsch. All right, y'all, we're going to get out of here. If y'all see me pop up again this weekend, it'll be because I had time to write the review out for the King's Court, because the second episode about to come out, and I want to keep up. And I know I got to do the Gilded Age. All right. Yeah, she said, oh, wait, Doris C. done come out the woodwork. She said, did I hear Tyson Beckford?
Yes, you did.
Yes, Tyson Beckford is one of the guys on the show. And one of the most wounded, too.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all got to stop wounding these men and breaking their hearts, because ain't nothing harder to deal with than a man that's done had his heart broke. Once he had his heart broke, then he want to act a fool with everybody.
That's right.
Y'all messing up everybody. Stop doing these men like that. They can't take
that. He's a broken vessel.
Broken. Y'all gonna mess around, make me have to do a live one night on dating and whatnot. What's wrong with these folks? We need to have a whole class and have Miss Lil come on here and teach y'all some sense.
They don't know what they're doing.
They don't know nothing about no coding no more. All right, y'all, I'm out of here for real this time. I will talk to y'all later. I hope everybody's had a great day. And if not, remember there is still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you too.
Okay, that's it for today. They're closing the gate, so I've got to close this door until tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.